Hello mystical light beings, and welcome to Lena Mystic, where we embrace our spiritual awakenings by identifying our personal power and authentic selves. If you'd like to become a part of this journey, make sure you go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment down below for your girl. And today's video is about 999, why you keep seeing this angel number, what it means to you on your journey. I am here to help you to decode and understand spiritual signs and synchronicities, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Anytime I see angel number 999, I immediately know that I am coming up or approaching an ending to any struggles that I may be going through, any trials and tribulations that I'm experiencing. So when you see this number, just know that you're kind of overcoming this battle that you're going through currently. Think of the battles that you're going through and how you keep thinking, I'm not gonna make it through, or how am I gonna make it through? Just know that you will. 999 also says that you're completing a phase or a lesson or even a karmic lesson or karmic relationship in your life. It's saying that something is ending, and we all know about endings. They come with beginnings as well. There's never really an ending. It's always kind of like a new beginning, if you guys know what I mean. I think 999 also says to connect to your guides for guidance and ask them how you can easily transition into this new phase of your life or in this old phase of your life, and ask them to reveal the lesson to you so that you can more understand why you experienced what you just did. I know a lot of us go through things and we're like, what the heck are we going through this for? It is all for a reason, and I know when we ask that question, we're like, please reveal the answer. But if you don't ask your angels and guides to reveal it, and you're not specific with what you want revealed to you, then they may not know what you want exactly. They kind of know what you want, but like, they want you to say it. So just say it, okay? Something that's really fascinating to me about angel number 999 is that when you add it up, it's simplified back to the number 9, and number 9 is all about endings. If you think about the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even 0, 9 shows that there's an ending. 9 is literally the ending of a phase, a transition, a lesson, a relationship. 9 is just an ending, and it's bringing you into something new. It's a transitional number. I think that when you're going through issues, it's really important, or even trials and tribulations in your life, it's really important to reflect on another moment that you thought you would never make it out or you would never overcome, but you did. So anytime you see angel number 999, think about something that you overcame that you didn't think that you would, so that you can be even more motivated during this trial and tribulation that you're experiencing in this moment. That's very, very important, because a lot of the time we feel like giving up because we're like, there's no way out. Like, how am I gonna get through this? But 999 is saying you will. The reason why you're going through this is because we know your guides, the divine God, we know that you can make it, and we know that we're here to help you and to reveal the truth to you. 999 is really a bold number. It even looks like, and I never really thought about this before, it looks like 3 people walking together. Think about like the head and the body. It looks like 3 people walking together. And when I see the number 3, I think about guidance and people behind you and your ancestors. So it's so important that in this phase, during this test that you're experiencing, you ask for help. You say, guides, angels, souls of light, God, the divine, help me. Help me get through this. Help me understand this so that I can conquer this battle. It's so important that you ask for help anytime you're experiencing anything that you don't understand and that you want to make it through. Ask your guides for help. Like I said earlier, it's so important that you reflect on anything that you overcame, because at this moment you can realize that you shouldn't give up on yourself because you've overcame other things. So you can totally do this. Your guides trust in you. It's time for you to trust yourself. I think another thing that's very important about angel number 999 is trusting in your personal power and trusting that you do have it. You just have to harness it and utilize your personal power. It's important that you claim your independence, but also, your independence still involves your guides and asking for help when you need it, but it's not being dependent on anyone. Like, you're still resourceful, but if you find that you are hitting a bump in the road, you can still ask for help. That is not, when you ask for help, it doesn't mean you're no longer independent. It means that you understand when you need help. So make sure that you're understanding when you need help. You can be as independent as you want to, but you cannot make it through life alone. Nobody is here alone. Nobody has to go through anything alone. Always remember, those of you who are watching this, remember that there's always someone or something that can help you. Now, personal power, guys, it's all about harnessing that personal power, seeing what resources you already have embedded in you, what gifts you already have embedded in you, those spiritual gifts and abilities that you have. You want to start using those when you see 999, and you want to start using your memories of how you overcame things to overcome these new things, because a lot of the time we can use those same exact old lessons for overcoming the new lessons and passing that new test that we're experiencing. I think that when you build your connection to God, you're also building a connection to yourself, and vice versa. Like if you're building a connection with yourself, you start finding your identity and stuff. You start finding your connection back to God. So it's important that you keep these two connections very near and dear to you, because that connection to God will always help you to bring yourself back to you, and that connection to yourself will always help you to bring yourself back to God. Those are two of the most important connections that I think of. I think that God is everything, you know, and I think that when you're not connecting to God, you kind of lose yourself in other things. So make sure that you're taking care and nourishing both yourself and your connection to God. We are constantly growing and changing in our lives, so it is so important to connect to your new self anytime you start developing new abilities and new thought processes and all of that. So nourish yourself, guys. Make sure that if you think differently now, you really nourish that and you accept that and you cherish it, because it is important that we continue to love ourselves for who we are, and we're not always the same person. If you're not changing, I'm not sure you're really growing. So make sure that you're constantly growing. You always have to learn more, and you always have to work on yourself, and that means that you're evolving, you're changing, and that is a sign of growth. So if you've been changing lately, start realizing that and harnessing that personal power and saying, wow, I'm evolving and this is amazing. I love my new self. Even though you may not be used to the way you're thinking now, or you may not be used to being a new mom or being a new wife or a new husband, or because that's my situation, being newly married. Well, it's actually been like 4 or 5 years, but I just had a son, and it was a little difficult to transition into a mom and a wife. So guys, if you're going through a new phase in your life, try to really pay attention to it and how you can navigate your way through. Don't get lost in the sauce. Always love this new you that you are, and stop romanticizing the past so much, because it wasn't all together as much as you think it was. Know that you've come a long way, and honor yourself, honor your new self, because you've overcome so much. We have all overcome so much. We all have our trials, we all have our tribulations. So honor your new self and how you conquered and harnessed your personal power. Another thing that you can know when you see angel number 999 is that you're ready for this transformation. As much as you're thinking, no, I just went through my first spiritual awakening, and then you're already like smack in the middle of another one. Your guides are saying you're ready. We're gonna speed up this process because we see that you have this potential and that you can do this, and that you've already basically overcome it. It's just you need to get through the mindset of thinking that, you gotta get through that mindset that says no. You gotta get through ego that says no, I'm not capable. And then you gotta enter spirit and say, wow, I'm walking with the divine. The divine trust in me. So I'm gonna hold my head high, and I'm gonna conquer any battle set in my path. I know it's scary, trust me. I've gone through, I think I've gone through 2 spiritual awakenings so far. I'm still kind of in my second one, transitioning. But it's a lot, and then you reflect and you're like, wow, I overcame the last one, or I overcame that last week that was like a hell week. You really start reflecting, and you start thinking, wow, if I overcame that, I know I can overcome this. Even though it may be a little bit harder, know that you can overcome this. Don't let fear push you down. And even if fear pushes you down, you must get back up. You are not done. Just think, you've worked very hard to get to where you are now. So honor it by keep fighting, and don't stop, because you're so much closer than you think you are. So you want to think of life as a video game when you see 999, and it's similar to how you do this first mission. and you're like, oh yeah, I did this first mission, it was hard, but I overcame it. And then you go to the second level and you're not, you know, you're scared because you're like, oh my god, I already did the first mission like 20 times, how am I gonna overcome the second one? But you do, and then you keep doing that and you keep going level, and now you're on level 27 and you're like, wow, I didn't believe I could overcome level 1, 2, 3 through 26, but here I am at level 27. So start trusting yourself and knowing that you can do it. I mean, you never know what's to come, and that's like a video game. You never know what the next mission is really going to, you know, have in it or what it's gonna be, but you face it and you say, hey, like, I'm gonna see if I can overcome this mission, and if I fall or if I fail, I'm gonna try it again. Maybe I'll try it again tomorrow, maybe I'll try it again next month, who knows, but I'm gonna try it again because I'm beating this game. Life is a game, guys. Life is a game. So make sure that you beat it and you don't let it beat you down, okay? Angel number 999 tells you not to give up because you're so close to success, especially in this phase. It says this is basically the last moments of your test. This is it. Now it's time to overcome ego and say, hey, I'm working with spirit, okay? I'm working with my spirit guides, I'm working with my ancestors, I'm working with God, I'm working with my angels. So there's no way that you can conquer me because, I mean, you're already conquered at this point. So start trusting in the guidance that you have in this abundant universe, and start trusting your spirit and who you are as an individual, because God trusts you to overcome this. So know that you can. And when you lack faith, make sure that you pray and you ask for guidance and you say, hey, how can I take this next step? What is the next best step for me? Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you in another video. See ya!